Hi, I'm Victoria, and this video is going to be about my January 2025 watches. I decided instead of doing a really big video at the end of the year about all the movies I watched throughout, I'd rather just do uh, each movie I watched a month video, and then at the end, I'll just do like the top tens or whatever, like I did in the video before. One other thing, not about movies, but about wrestling. I filmed a reaction to the Women's Royal Rumble. I was going to film one to the men's, but I got spoiled on who won that before I got the opportunity, so that's not happening. But I'll put my thoughts in that video. But anyway, it's gonna be late. Like it's already the Royal Rumble happened like 2 weeks ago, so it's very late. But oh well, because I didn't just react at some points. Like I paused and I talked and discussed, and there's actually a point like I don't know, like mid 20s or late 20s where I talked about if Charlotte won and like what I would think about and whatever. And she's like the only one at that point that I stopped and talked about. And I was like, this is why I don't think this person should win. And then she won. But I think that I made actually great points. And we all know that the fight at Mania, it's going to be amazing. But I think that the issues that I brought up are valid. So that video is like very, very, very late to when it was relevant, but I'm still gonna post it. Yeah, I just fucked up with filming. I didn't screen record, so that's on me. It's very late. Anyways, to my February 2025 watches. Oh, so why I'm dressed like this, why I have gloves on, and this striped shirt is that like black and white striped shirts give burglar to me, with the gloves it gives burglar. And I watched a lot of heist movies in January. I don't know. It was just a month of heist for me. Like I watched a ton, so let's start. Okay, so my first watch of January was on January 1st. It was Bloody New Year. It was a 1987 movie. It I honestly just picked it because of the name, obviously, January 1st, Bloody New Year. But it was honestly, like, pretty entertaining. Like, I wouldn't say it was, like, good, but it was so entertaining. The ending was very frustrating, though, I'm gonna be honest. Like, just stupidity to, like, heights that are unbelievable. It pissed me off, but, like, there's just, like, oh, what's happening here? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at this popping out of the wall, and the hooks are alive, and it's very. So it kept me entertained, even if I hated everybody. Like, I hated everything that everyone was doing. I was so confused about the timeline. Like, this is not a very simple. It's not a simple New Year's movie. It's doing craziness. It's from the '87, but then we're also getting flashbacks to like the '50s or '40s, where like I think like a meteor shower happened at a prom or something. Anyway, would I recommend this movie? Yeah, why not? Like it's it's entertaining, and it has the '80s like real effects or whatever, and I like that practical effects, and so yeah, I recommend. Okay, something that is to know about me is that I absolutely fucking love heist movies. I love heist movies. How are we like Sugar and Spice? Like, well, that's just a quintessential one. But like Inside Man, like fucking Fast and Furious, bro. When they were doing the big ass heist, like that big middle chunk of Fast and Furious, where they were just like taking the safes and dragging them through Rio and shit, and they're like we're driving on a bridge past each other and we're jumping and leaping out and grabbing each other. Like that was the fucking best. Like I fucking love heist movies. And another thing to know about me is I love like bottle anything, like bottle episodes. Like let's say Monk. Oh, let's go to Monk when they were trapped inside the vault or whatever, and they had to like type in a message onto the billboard outside to get saved and whatever. Like I fucking love like bottle episodes. Or that episode of Victorious where they're stuck in Wacko's. They're stuck in Wacko's Funtime warehouse or whatever, and they have to like they're running out in the bins. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. I love. Oh my god, another Victorious episode where they're in the RV. Yo, Victorious episode like they kind of went off. Was there another Victorious bottle episode? where they're stuck at Psycho's. Yeah, Mr. Psycho. Mr. Psychowitz. When they're at Mr. Psychowitz's house, and they're I don't fucking know what is it, acting, but what is it? Method acting. Yes, where they're like method acting or whatever. Okay. Victoria's had great battle episodes. I just realized I need to watch all like 3 of those in a fucking row. The cupcake episode. Oh my god, when they're on the way to the fucking like Pasadena parade or whatever, and they're in the cupcake with the yo. Victoria's had like amazing bottle episodes. I'm trying to remember anymore, but well, I'll like move on. I was gonna give a bunch of different bottle episode like examples from different shows, but who knows? Victoria's just had a cascade of like a fuck ton of them, so we'll just move on. Like you get the point. I love bottle episodes. Like I know that the whole exact episode wasn't exactly spent in one location. Usually, like maybe a little bit in the beginning is somewhere else, a little bit blah blah blah, and same with this movie. Like maybe like the first 5 minutes and like ending 5 they're not spent where this movie takes place, but this takes like my love of heist movies, my love of bottle episodes, and it like and I fucking love it. It's not exactly a heist, it's a ransom price. Like okay, I may have used heist too liberally. Like heist, you might think of like money. It's stealing money, right? This is stealing a person. This is stealing a person because this is ransom. But it's on a fucking bridge. Anyway, they like blow up the bridge on either side. So they're just in the hangy section in the middle, and they put. Oh, I don't want to spoil, but there's like, it's a bottleneck on a fucking bridge. Like, I don't know, they blew up both ends of it. They're holding everybody in the middle section hostage. Movies with bridges are great too. Mothman, Final Destination 5, I love. Planet of the Apes, was it? The Planet of the Apes? I don't know, Go Caesar or whatever. But like, bridges, heist, bottleneck. Like, it's a perfect movie. I don't fucking know. Aftermath? Did I even tell you the name yet? Aftermath is like, it came out last year, 2024. It is like, honestly, like the quintessential, like, we had like 15 million, let's just make an action movie. Let's get an action movie on the books. Like, just filling that random quota of like, of the beekeeper or something. I fucking love that movie. Like, it's just the random. John Wick is not comparable. It's like doing something. What is another? Oh, what's that? Dwayne the Rock Johnson movie, Snitch. I want to say like it's giving that. Like, let's just make a fucking action movie. Like, it's giving. But this is so good. It's so good. Like, it's genuinely good, but also it does like wacky kind of shit, and I'm just like, it still works. It's so good. I don't fucking know. Watch Aftermath. It is so good. It's a fun ass time. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Like, no offense to Liam Neeson. Like, he is the GOAT. Liam Neeson's Nee's son. But he doesn't always give like he used to, and that's understandable. Like, what was that, Retribution, where he just spent the whole time in the car, and it's like, yeah, he can't be, high kicking, chopping, like throwing around, like, yeah, he's like 70 or something. But like this, bro, like, is it weird to say like what is Dylan Sprouse next Liam Neeson? I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know. Mason Gooding next, well, he's a villain in this, but great action movies are. Oh, we will be talking about him next month, at the end of this month, for the February watches. We will, because I just saw a new movie, so good. Yeah, what more can I say? It was sold to you, or you don't want this movie. I explained the basics. That's what it is. Have fun. Oh, and that actress, oh fuck, I need to look up her name. She was in Animal Kingdom. She was in The 100. She was in Altered Carbon. Like, that's just literally off the top of my head. Like, I don't fucking know her name, but here she is, like, So good. Okay, the next movie I watched came out in 2014. It's The Guest. I mentioned watching this before in a previous video because I was like, I'm starting like my Dan Stevens hype. Like, I've seen him before and things. Like, I mean, before last year even, but like 2024 was just such a big hit for him. Like how do you ignore him? Like star power, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh, let me hop on. And so I watched The Guest. This movie isn't bad. It was so like realistic and good, and it was like I was believing like, oh yeah, it's giving this, it's giving this. I just have to tell you, it was like it's giving killer, it's giving killer. But then suddenly it was giving super soldier. Like he actually went through like government trials and was like genetically modified. Like he's a GMO in this or whatever. It came at like in like the last fucking quarter though. Like it was so shocking. And speaking of last quarter, go birds, bitch, go birds. Go birds. I just had to rep that in. I just had to say. I just had to do that. I like knew that'd be a little loud, might be a little annoying. It went from like this guy's crazy to this guy has like near superpowers or something. You know what I mean? It's giving like unnaturally enhanced, but like I don't fucking know. It doesn't make it bad. It doesn't make the movie bad. Although I didn't like the ending because it ended on such a like open ended, you know, and it's kind of like, well, they're obviously never gonna make a sequel, so I don't like how open ended it is. But it's overall good. It was a good action movie. I liked the story. It was like action. It was kind of actiony thriller, but maybe a little horror because he was very creepy. Like it didn't go like horror in like a very gory sense or whatever type of way, but he was just so creepy and unsettling. Mhm. It was fucking good. Micah Monroe is in this. Scream Queen, It, Watchers, Villains. Ah, she's so good. Okay, so I rewatched Den of Thieves, which came out in 2018. I rewatched that on the 12th. It was good. I mean, I knew I'd liked it. I don't know what else to say. Like, I knew I liked it. Ray Merriman, that's my fucking husband. Heart to him, that's my fucking husband. And he died in the movie. It's just like a good heist movie. It's a heist movie. It's a really good heist movie. Completely different vibes than Aftermath. Aftermath feels like constantly charged and electric because it's like a bottle episode, so it's like the whole thing, it's happening, the drama, it's constantly happening. It's because it's basically it's over a couple hours, right? But Den of Thieves, it's over like weeks or months or whatever. Like it's a plan. You're seeing like days, normal days, like warning off the boyfriend before the kid goes to prom. Like you're seeing the ups and downs, so it feels like the movie feels a little cozier, and it hurts a little more what happens and stuff. It hurts a little more when people die than they did in Aftermath. And what I watched on the 14th, 2 days later, Den of Thieves 2 Pantera. This came out 7 years after the first Den of Thieves. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't say that The Guest is never gonna get a sequel, because, yeah, 7 years. Hey, maybe something's possible with The Guest, but like it was fucking good. The end of Den of Thieves, the first one, like that was sad and it made me upset, and I was just irked. This one, like pisses me off. Who's that cop? That main cop guy or whatever? Literally, I need him done in so badly. The next movie, he is the worst. He's the worst. Now, what's his face is fucking indebted to this, like, I don't know, this evil guy. He's so evil, he has to live in a shack off the coast of nowhere, wherever, because everybody's trying to kill him. Like, bro, oh, like, nobody likes that dude. Like, the cop guy, nobody likes him in his personal life. Now nobody likes him in the criminal life. Like, nobody likes you. Can you do anything right? I fucking hate him. I wish he fell off his scooter harder. Like, oh, it was a good movie. Like, it was good. It was entertaining. I liked, it was fun, whatever. You know, something I don't were they like about the Den of Thieves movie? Now I'm thinking about them overall. There's not enough stealing. They always start, like both movies, they start right away in a heist. Like one at the armored car outside the donut shop, and two is like the private jet, some diamond or whatever. Which gets them fucking and like indebted with that guy from whoever wherever. And like so that screwed them the fuck over and made them have to steal later on in Pantera. But like yeah, in the first one it's open and then a trick heist really at the end just to distract the police, where they do the real heist at the thingy. And that's like what happens in the Pantera too. They start out with at the airport heist, then there's not there's just like the big heist really really later on. It always I don't know, I just find I want my heist movies to have more heist in them. Like not so much a big lead up to a big heist that were happening, but I'd prefer a lot more like little heist. I'd prefer a lot more little heists, I realize, in my heist movies. I don't know, just saying. The movie was good. Okay, the next movie I watched was Vamps. It came out in 2012. This is so fun. This was fun. I was like, oh, look at this, the kitschy like poster or whatever. They're just like the vampires like posing all like cutesy on the word vamps. So it's just so cute. It was so fun. I love the vampire lore in this movie. I don't know, it's probably overlapped a ton with other lore, but like where they're like they ship in dirt. Worked and mashed like vampirism with modern day so well. Like to make it more comfortable, like their coffins and more homey, they ship in dirt from like the place where they're from, like Nebraska or whatever, and then she like keeps the one vampire, she keeps getting her packages of dirt like taken or whatever because like TSA thinks like, oh, they're just trying to make a bomb or whatever. It mashes the modern day like kind of paranoia or whatever since after 9/11 with like the vampirism. Like, no, you don't get dirt, you can't have home dirt, you can't just be comfortable in your coffin. Oh my god, and how like to see what you look like as a vampire, you gotta get somebody to like Photoshop kind of what your face looks like and print out a picture and then just say this is what you kind of look like, and there you are. Like I love it, was just so good. It was so good. The mashing. There's a vampire support group. What's that guy? Vlad the Impaler is like heads it up. It is so good. The movie is so fun. Sigourney Weaver is like an evil cunty bitch, and I fucking love her. Like it is so good. I don't know what else to. I don't know where else to go. I was thinking this while watching. Like it literally paused at a moment because like I know this sounds dumb, but like I love movies so much, and so like when I was watching that like first 5 minutes of the movie, and I like realized like wow, I'm so invested already. Like it is 5 minutes in. Like they literally like bounced from like the apartment to their jobs to like after work. Like we got like everything we needed in just 5 minutes to know exactly everything we needed to know about the two main characters, and like that was just such perfect storytelling. They're dynamic, like how they are with their maker, because like they're like, oh no, she's calling us, like we have to resist. Like it is just such good storytelling. This movie is just so tight. It tells you something through every single facet of itself. Nothing is wasted. And you might think, well, every movie does that, but I don't know. I'm watching some movies, I'm like, they wasted this opportunity to show this with the wardrobe, or to show this with this little passing line down. Like I don't know, maybe I just think like I'm the shit, I'm the best critic ever, but this movie, just the way that it packs so much information, every single like they don't miss an opportunity. They don't miss an opportunity. Opportunity flying by, oof, snatched it, grabbed it. They have the opportunity. Like I fucking love it. Just so good. Vamps is so good. Okay. And the last movie that I watched of January 2025 was The Channel, another heist movie. It's after the bank robbery. it does the opposite, like, of some of the other movies we're talking about. Like, they start out slow and they build to a really big heist. The really big heist happens right at the beginning of this movie, and then the rest of the movie is like the next maybe 12 hours of the bandits trying to, or the robbers trying to, like, escape the city of New Orleans. And yeah, not just from agents, but like other people they fucked over and blah blah blah. And like, it was a well-made movie. It was good, but it just, like, sometimes I just kind of like can't be bothered when things are just so annoying in movies. And of course, you need tension in a movie, but I hate when the tension in a movie is just having a character be the absolute dumbest piece of shit like possible. And of course, they survive till right up till the very end because you got to leave them around to cause shit. But it's just so annoying. I can't handle it. Where they literally are just like, oh, what's the worst possible thing I could do right now? I'm going to top that. Like, fucking hell, bro. Can you stop? And then they think, and then it does that self-sacrificial thing. This is how they get the annoying one. He's like self-sacrifices himself. And it's like, God, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's so satisfying. It just don't make this motherfucker so annoying. I don't care. Ugh. So yeah, that was the channel. It's well made. If you can get over how annoying as fuck like the brother is, then yeah, like, you can do it. Ooh, I had a very light January. I only watched 7 movies. So this should be a very, very easy top 3. Not much to pick from. Okay, I'm gonna immediately rule out Den of Thieves because that's a rewatch. The channel, it's very obvious that they don't like it as much. Um, Bloody New Year. The vibes were fun, but it's a little messy and confusing for me to really love it. So Den of Thieves Pantera tried, but it just didn't crack the top. So my top 3 has got to be Vamps. It's just so good. Yeah, that's number 1, Vamps. Aftermath. Aftermath is number 2. I just had such a good time with it. And it was like, it literally, like, it seems so constricting because it all takes place on this section of blown up, like, middle bridge. Like, it's just the bridge area floating in the fucking middle. It blew the ends off. And then it's just like, it's like new terrain unlocked. Like, I don't fucking know. There's just like, how are we pulling out? Like, out of here. It's like a magician's hat. Like, I fucking love it. Like, oh, you didn't think of this, did you? Or, and it's so good. It's so good. And then the last, and my third top 3, is The Guest. So Dan Stevens, both his movies, number 1, number 3 of my January watches. Very good. Something I want to say real quick about The Guest. If I was Micah Monroe's character, I would have killed my little brother. Because literally, like, the way that, why would I lie about our random house guest killing our parents? Like, he literally killed our parents, and then here I am trying to beg to you and, like, get you to understand that, like, he killed our parents, and then you, like, freak out and you, like, put us even more danger because you, like, okay, it's hard to accept that, but bro, I would have been an only child. I wouldn't have been a child. I would have been an orphan. orphan Annie. I would have, if I was Micah Monroe, I would have made myself Orphan Annie. Cause fuck that brother. Fuck him. Annoying. Like, ugh. Okay. What was it? Oh, that's it. That's it. I did all the disclaimer about me being very, very slow with editing, at the beginning. So yeah. Hopefully, this is definitely coming out before the Royal Rumble video, but hopefully the Royal Rumble video is out before the 18th. Okay, hoping. Goodbye.